Hi, I'm here today, but I'm late, so I have to rush.
I pre-booked my ticket for the exhibition, which is £18. That my entry time was 11 o'clock, but I took the wrong train, which made me late. Anyway, the staff who checked my ticket at the main entrance and the gallery entrance both let me in without questioning.
So I just got my booklet, and this is the entrance, and there are quite a lot of people for this exhibition. Let's see. I think I may spend 3 or even 4 hours here.
Briefly speaking, Surrealism is a cultural movement developed in Europe after World War I, in which artists depict unnerving and illogical scenes to blend dream and reality together, releasing the unconsciousness. The Surrealist movement includes paintings, writings, theatre, films, photography, and other media that it was quite controversial at first, but today, as we are being exposed to all sorts of imaginations, Surrealism is not shocking to us anymore. Moreover, after decades of evolution, it's no longer merely about unconsciousness. A lot of artworks in the exhibition are indeed political that the artists from different corners on earth all used the obscurity and freedom of Surrealism to make their statements against authority. This is an invalidated Europe passport of a Baghdad-born poet, as he was being granted a French citizenship that a number of his fellow surrealists made a collaborative collage on it. This over 9-meter-long drawing relay was initiated by an American artist. On his journey across different continents, he invited 152 people to add something on it, and it took 30 years to complete. A Haitian voodoo priest painted about the religious spirits associated with the African diaspora in Haiti. This series of artworks by a French photographer explored around sexual desire and the ambiguity of gender. Fairground Store from Japan. Painting inspired by a horror sci-fi movie called Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Images and symbols gathered from magazines and postcards which express dissatisfaction with ongoing industrialization in 1920s Japan. This painting made me think of the mythical narrow channel with the 2 sea monsters at the Tyrrhenian Sea depicted in Homer's Odyssey. A group of nude women attempt to flee a decaying and threatening landscape which echoes British colonial violence and World War II aftermath in Egypt. And this painting made me think of Disneyland. This painting with 3 ladies waving the F's mantle is my favorite of the exhibition, probably because I work on fabric myself that I'm especially attracted to it. I'm now at the shore, trying to find something for myself. I'm not sure if I'm getting myself some souvenirs or not, but it seems I don't know. Oh, actually that socks are quite cute. I am a sockaholic. And they have a lot of artworks here. This is the shelf for all the books about Surrealism. It's very beautiful inside. They are all prints on a whole page. Oh my god. I want to own the books. But they are... How much is it? £44. And there the exhibition. That's a book which was published 2 years ago. It's quite near about coronavirus. I love this color palette. But they just have... Oh, so interesting. It's a notebook. They have chocolates.
There's dark chocolate, milk chocolate, gin and tonic dark chocolate. It seems it's quite popular. The mushrooms at the end of the world, on the possibility of life in capitalist rooms. Really? Oh, it's so relevant to kimono. This is a play area, and I'm going to another shop. It seems they have more design products there, because the shop which I just came out from is more like books and postcards. Yeah, they have a lot of good books, but I have a lot of books at home which I haven't read yet, so I'm not going to buy any more books. And let's see what I've got here. Magnus. I like this. It's not too expensive, eh? I like this book. It talks about the colors of flowers. So basically it's the flowers, they are all categorized in the colors. And they have the name of the flower and its color here. Tonight I'm going to a concert at O2 Forum. I've never been there before, but it seems it's just some walk from Camden Town. There's a station a little bit nearer, but I think I still have some time, so I'll just come into Camden Town, maybe have a little walk, see if there's anything interesting here, and then I am going to walk to O2 Forum later. This is the old forum where I'm going to the concert. I'm a fucking Thai hungry. Oh, wow, it's so big here. Because I have never had a concert. Yeah, let's see.
During the concert, I was sitting in the balcony while there were the crowd standing below the stage that, as the music got more and more intense, the standing crowd became a whole bunch of electrons bumping vigorously towards and against and towards each other. I was shy as I haven't been to a concert for too many years that I couldn't remember how I should behave. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to move. Of course I am. It's psych-punk rock. It's hard indeed not to move at all with this music, so I start from nodding to waving my hands to shaking my body. I could be crazier, but I was just shy. I still wanted to pick my head out, throw it to bumping electrons downstairs, let them wave it as high and vigorously as possible, while the rest of my body could stick to the bench in the balcony comfortably. No. I want to shake my whole body as vigorously as possible until I drop all my organs indeed. The other day, I watched Everybody's Talking About Jamie, a musical based on the true story of Jamie Campbell who wants to be a drag queen. Although being bullied at school and disapproved by his dad, he got a very understanding mum and supportive friends who kept encouraging him to be himself and go for his aspiration. Britain in general has high acceptance on LGBTQ compared to many other places on earth, but I'm still amazed that Jamie has been a very successful musical since its debut in 2017 and is gaining audience of all different age groups. It's so enviable that the issue of LGBTQ can be so freely presented on such a big stage. Also, I finally watched Les Misérables. It's not up to my expectation, though it's still a great musical. The music is fabulous and the sets are brilliant, especially the part when Chauffeur jumped off the bridge. He was standing rigidly on the stage that I was wondering how the stage design would tell he was indeed falling into the river, and the stage effect was surprisingly clever. Les Mis is undeniably a significant musical for its intense historical and social context, which means a lot even to us today. As a Hong Konger, do you hear the people sing is a very dear song to me that there's even a Cantonese version, while it's now also echoing the Ukrainians. This song is so powerful that no matter how many times I've listened to it, it can still drive me to tears, while the fighting scene on the barricade kept reminding me of the fire and the tear gas. My favorite song is Empty Chair at Empty Table, which I can hardly not relate to my own culture either. I said the musical didn't meet my expectation because the story itself is so rich in content that it's too condensed as a musical. I felt everything happened too fast on the stage that it lacks time to plot and ferment. I bought the original novel, started a few pages, and I think I'm going to love the book more. One thing concerned me is the cast. Little Cosette was played by a white girl, while her grown-up version was played by a black lady. Little Eponina was played by a white girl, while her parents, Monsieur and Madame Thénardier, were both white, but her grown-up version was played by an Asian. I appreciate how diversity is being given much importance, but it just doesn't make sense. Anyway, I think Les Mis is still a must-watch musical as a classic. It's Ghibli everywhere.
每次都按没办法按下去，有没有？啊，是哦，原来是太近，原来我都不知道为什么哪时候可以按，哪时候不能按，所以一直乱按。然后我刚刚好拍到的是一个很漂亮的甜点，怎么会变这样？2月14号就是情人节的时候，就这样，其实这么漂亮哦，怎么变？